I don't
Hello.
really have a specific question. What is something that you like to debate about?
Anything? What's on your mind? I want to make it more fair for you. I'm not here to pick debates. I'm here to try to teach. So, what do you tend to be more conservative or liberal?
More liberal.
Okay. Tell me how you got to that way, and tell me. This is not a trick. I'm not here to debate college kids. I'm here to try to teach. If someone debates me, I'll debate back. But
I mean, it's kind of just what aligns with my morals. I'm myself. I'm a queer person, and I know that you have a lot of stuff that you wouldn't agree with me on. But I think it's important to actually debate the topics and not just fight. So
I totally agree. Can I ask a dumb question?
Yeah.
When I grew up, calling someone queer was like a slur. Can you tell me what that means? I mean that sincerely. And how is it different than just saying you're lesbian or bisexual or gay?
So it can be different for everyone because gender, sexuality, it's a spectrum just like anything else. And for me personally, I like everyone.
No, but what does queer mean, though?
Queer, it's just a label.
What does the label mean?
It's different for everyone.
Okay. Right. No, I know, but that doesn't.
I hear people going, "Oh my God."
No, I just want I want a definition. I mean, I'm not trying to put you as a trap, though. I mean this because when I grew up, if I called somebody queer, I would get in trouble. Just give me like a working definition.
Yeah, so queer is just something that you identify as with your sexuality. It can be related to gender too.
Right, but how do you know once you achieve queer? Like, what is the, like? Can you give me saying that anybody can be it doesn't tell me what that thing is. That makes sense though. Like, it'd be like saying you become an adult when you feel like you're an adult. I mean, you have to say that there is an objective.
I'm glad that everyone's having so much fun.
Well, they're
with this.
laughing because I'm trying to glean like what it means.
Yeah.
Because when someone says queer, that doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, so that's what a debate is for.
This is very interesting one, listening to Charlie Kirk and this very young lady. But then to some of you, you can all listening to her. She can't be able to tell us in a sense what the queer means. You see, if you look at it in a sense, you will realize that these are just set of group of people who are lost. And I am saying this from the Christian perspective. That is why I am saying that these are people that are lost and need to be found. And that is why you see all the gay, the lesbians, all the transgenders, they decide to come together and call themselves in a sense they queer. That is just in a sense what it means. And this is one of them in a sense who is lost. This is one of our sister who is lost. She don't even know, or she don't still in a sense identify. They call it in a sense the pronoun. Right now in the US now they call it in a sense pronoun. They will ask you what is your pronoun. So now she is just in a sense confused. She have not actually identified to whether in a sense she is a man or a woman. But then let's get on to the video and then continue listening to their dialogue.
Thank you. So, it's literally just an identity.
Right. Okay. But right. But like, what is that identity? For example, if I were to say I'm a conservative, let me give an example.
Yeah.
A conservative is someone who believes in small government, strong borders, American exceptionalism, the Constitution. How would you then give a definition of queer that someone looking at could say, oh, that is queer? Like, connect the dots.
So, I'm gay, right?
Okay, no, that's good. So,
Yeah.
So what's the difference then, gay and queer?
The whole point of it is that it has a different definition for everyone.
No, I know, but what is the difference then of gay and queer?
No! I get more questions, right?
Yeah, sure.
When did I say I was good at it?
No, guys, I'm not trying. I mean this because I think that in society, just so you know my perspective,
So,
they're not
what?
chanting at you, just so you know.
No, I have a real question.
Okay.
I have a real question. What are your favorite policies that you want implemented from Trump? Like if he were to be elected?
I think we should drill our natural resources to bring down the price of oil and natural gas. I think we should broker peace between Russia and Ukraine. I think we should try to end the Israeli war as quickly and as humanely possible. I believe we should secure the southern border, cut taxes for middle-income earners, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, no men and women's sports. Those are just some of the policies off the top of my head.
Yeah, so I agree that taxes should be lowered because the taxes are extremely high, especially here. And I know you brought up earlier that it's way more expensive now to have housing than it was even like a couple years ago. And I think it's super important to talk about that because it's really impossible for especially college students to be expected to have housing after they graduate.
So, totally agree. So why is it that when Trump was president, an average house you could get at $75,000 combined income a year, now it's $130,000 a year? Why is that?
So I will say that I don't agree with everything that Kamala Harris stands for, and I'm not that knowledgeable about it. That's why I'm having the debate so I can learn. But I also don't agree with Trump. So
On what though? What?
I just don't.
Can you give me?
Yup, boo me!
I'm not.
Boo!
No, guys, don't. No, please.
Yes!
Don't boo.
Thank
Don't
you,
boo.
guys.
Please don't boo. What's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor, thank you for coming up. Can you give me 2 things that you don't agree with Trump on, or would you like me to try to win you over for Trump?
So you're not going to be able to do that, but I appreciate it.
Well, then you're not open-minded.
Well, first of all,
If you say that there's nothing you can then hear to be won over for Trump, then you got to give me a good reason, at least 2, why you don't like Trump.
he's racist. Yup, boo me. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so let me ask you a dumb question. Can you define what does it mean to be racist?
Do you want me to look up a definition?
No, I want you to. You said he's a racist, so
Yeah.
you must have a definition of racism in your mind. Tell me what that definition is.
Okay, so, I'm gonna make you guys wait on this. Ooh, zero knowledge.
Guys, please don't heckle. I want to try to understand because these words have a lot of meaning.
Yeah.
But you can't get. I know it's hard on the spot. I just want you to think about it because if you say Trump is a racist, you should be able to easily give a definition of what that word means.
So it's hatred towards another race, right?
So when has he ever exhibited that? Give me clear and specific examples.
You got one? Well, yeah, I heard someone say he told. Yes!
Okay, but let me just help you out here.
Uh-huh.
What you think he's a racist because the media has told you he's a racist. Because you can't give me an example off the top of your head, and even when you phone a friend to the audience. I'm not criticizing you. Maybe the media is lying to you. Maybe the man who's being called a racist is actually someone that's trying to improve lives of all Americans.
I think this is fun, guys. So.
Okay, so let me just ask one final question for you.
Yeah.
Which is, you say you are liberal.
Yeah.
Right? And you say you lean to the left.
Yeah.
Are you open-minded to have your mind changed on your core political principles?
On my core political principles?
Or philosophical?
If it's a fact, then sure.
Cool. So can I give you a fact I want you to think about? Kamala Harris, as she's been in charge of the border, we have 320,000 missing children right now in this country that were all sex trafficked or labor trafficked across the southern border. Do you agree that that should probably get more attention?
I think any type of issue like that should get attention.
Have you heard about that before me mentioning it?
Not really. Like I said, I don't really know that much.
No, but hold on. But you knew enough to say Trump was a racist. Why do you think you don't know that there's 320,000 missing kids in America? Why is that?
It's not really presented in the media. The media is so focused right now on the battle between conservative and liberal.
But isn't that a core part of the battle, that the liberal vice president has allowed 320,000 kids to go missing?
So how has she allowed that exactly?
That's a good question. She's in charge of the border. she has stopped DNA testing at the border. So if a kid comes to the border, 12 years old, and someone says, I'm their father, there's no DNA rapid testing that takes 90 seconds to make sure that's actually the father. Most times it's a pimp that is selling the girl into sex slavery in the interior of the United States. Kamala Harris specifically got rid of that policy.
So it was in place before?
Yes, when Donald Trump was president, it required DNA testing, and families would remain together, and they were not granted asylum into the interior of the country, and we had remained in Mexico, the lowest border crossings in American history. Under Kamala Harris, we have 10 million people coming illegally into America.
Okay. Next person.
All right, I want you to think about these things, and maybe one day you'll remember this conversation, and you'll think back that maybe conservatives have been right all along. Thank you.
All right, that's a very interesting video, listening to Charlie Kirk and this woke young Q lady. All right, of course, debating Charlie Kirk, but of course, just like her, she was being asked to define or what it means when she says that she is a queer, but of course, she was not able, you understand, to do so. So how can you say you are something that you cannot define, something that you cannot, you understand, explain, you understand, to people? Nevertheless, this is the reasons why Charlie Kirk has been advocating or saying that college is a scam. It's very unfortunate that this young lady has been spending her parents, understand, money, and then sending you to school, and this is what, understand, you go there to believe. And that's why you see some of them, you understand, they will just paint their hair and then try to have a conversation, you understand, about things as if, you understand, they know what, you understand, is truly all about. But then when you even try to engage, you understand, some of them, this is the result, you understand, you get. They will say that they want to hear fact, but when you tell them the fact, you understand, they don't still want to believe it. Because why would you say somebody is a racist yet and you cannot be able to tell where he made racist remark? You will not be able to prove it, you understand, where Donald J. Trump, you understand, said so. Just like how she was not able to tell us, you understand, what the queer means. When all these gay, lesbian, and bisexual decide to come together and call themselves, or shall I say, identify themselves as queer. That is, you understand, the problems, you understand, we are facing. And then that is why, you see, she was not able to tell us, you understand, what it means. And then let's assume that whatever she's saying, you understand, is true. Then how come she has no idea about 320,000, you understand, children that are missing? Like in a country, 320,000 children that are missing. That is massive. And why do you think Kamala and her government decide to abolish this DNA test to check, you understand, for people in the border who may be saying that these children are theirs, but then nothing to prove that? DNA test, you understand, can be able to prove that yes, they are truly their parent or not. But why do you think that they abolish it? Why do you think that they cancel it? Why do you think, you understand, they do so? That is exactly why, you see, God decided to create us, right? Both man and woman, as being stated in Genesis chapter 1 verse 27. But what do you think, you understand, they are doing? That is why they are saying that some of these college students, they should go to school, and then from there they should decide whatever they want to be identified as. They will now ask you, what is your pronoun? Do you want to be identified as what? It's now up to you to decide. So you can be a man and decide that you want to be a woman, and vice versa. And that is the problem we are facing. And that is the reason why we need President Donald J. Trump as the president, so that at least he can be able to change some of these narratives. Because there's no way, just like how you hear Charlie Innocent explaining, why should a man be found in women's game? Why? Where is the justice in it? You see, those are the woke ideology, in a sense, they keep spreading, in a sense, in school, in colleges, and in our society. And some of these things are corrupting, in a sense, our children. And that is the reason why we need somebody to be able to bring back, you understand, the values in which America itself, you understand, was created, and then it was founded, you understand, based on the Christians, you understand, values. So it means that all these things, you understand, need to be restored, and then we have to live in the path that is being directed in Christ Jesus. This is what, you understand, America need, because at the end of the day, after we gain everything, What will happen to our souls? What will happen to our life when we do not gain eternity? It means that we just wasted our time, wasted everything in essence on this very earth, on things that we cannot be able to take to heaven. So the question is, when you face your maker, when you leave this world and you're facing your maker, and God asks you a question on the day of accountability, what are you going to say? What will be your account? What will be my account? That is what that should always be in our mind. I know that a lot of you have thought an opinion concerning some of these things, and I wanted to drop it at the comment section, and may God bless you as you do so. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, should like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section, and I'm going to check it out. So you remain blessed, and I see you in my next video. Goodbye.